Hello, today's Thursday, May 16th, 2024. I'm Jason Shapiro, Crowd Market Report. I have to start this by making the announcement that tomorrow, Friday, will unfortunately be the last day that we will do these daily videos for free on YouTube. We've had some concerns from some of our paying subscribers that they didn't think it was fair that they're paying for a subscription, and I'm giving a lot of this information about how I'm seeing the markets and how I'm thinking about the markets away for free. And I think that that's a fair thing. So I have to consider that. And therefore, these videos are going to be available to our subscribers every day. We are going to try and come up with some plan where if you just want to see these daily videos, we'll come up with like a monthly for $50 or something like that. To me, if I were to do that, I would just buy the full subscription. Then you get a hell of a lot more than the daily videos. You get a Discord page, you get weekly newsletter, you get twice weekly Q&A sessions, you get our charts, you get our COT index, you get these things on the trading view, these indicators, and a lot more. So to me, that's worth it. But again, this is up to anybody. If you think that there's any value in any of this, then, you make your choice. Okay. On to today's markets. Not a lot happened, although they did end up sort of closing on the lows. Market was led down by the NASDAQ. Kind of failed here at all-time highs. If you want to call that a top reversal day at the highs and a failure at these big numbers, 40,000 Dow, etc. You could. I personally am not going to short stocks here. I'm not ready to short stocks here. I'm more of a position trader, and I have to think about where I would be able to get out of such a position as well. And I feel like it would probably stop me out through today's high rather than me taking profit somewhere, just how I think. But, we'll see. Bonds were slightly down. The dollar made a run today to try and go back up, and then it kind of came back down, and it ended up really not doing a hell of a lot. Metals were a little weak. Silver was strong still, but gold kind of had a weak day, and gold has been the weakest of these metals anyway. Copper also closed down a little bit today. I personally don't see these as the exact highs, but you never know. There are reversal days here. The copper in particular is headline news at this point, which is always something to think about going the opposite way when all of a sudden people who never talk about something like copper are talking about it all day. Something to think about there. One thing I will say is listening to the TV. I heard numerous people come on, and this happens all the time, right? And it always just baffles me. But what do you think of the market? Well, they're not going to be bearish anymore, but they want to sell the winners and buy the laggards. And they all say the same thing. You can listen to anybody. Industrials, materials, energy. And for whatever reason, I don't know if they're all reading the same script, but they say them in exactly those orders, every single person. Industrials, materials. It's not energy, materials, industrials. It's always industrials, materials, energy, and maybe some healthcare. I hear that all day today, right? They're selling winners to buy laggards because the market's going up in their face and they don't want to chase, so they're going to buy the laggards. I just think it's so dangerous. I think it's such bad trading. It's such a bad idea. I mean, you really want to get to the fundamentals of it. They're betting the economy's going to slow down, therefore the Fed's going to cut. Well, if the economy's going to slow down, is industrials and materials and energy where you want to be? Well, wouldn't you rather be in these tech stocks that, if interest rates go from whatever to whatever, that's not going to change the amount being invested in AI. Microsoft's not going to change their AI investments because interest rates go from 4.5% to 5.5%. Okay. They're just not, right? Or whatever interest rates do. They're not changing it. They've got all these companies have billions of dollars to spend on this. They have to spend it on it to stay ahead of the game, and they're going to spend it. So this whole thing doesn't make sense to me in so many ways, even forgetting the macro picture. Just the whole idea. Sell the winners to buy the laggards. It's just such a bad idea over time. And I hear it all day. So I think that that's an important thing to think about, right? You want to be in consensus. That's where you go. You want to get consensus returns? That's where you go. That's what consensus is saying now. Consensus returns tend to, over time, not be very good. Okay. So that's something to think about, when you're thinking about getting into industrials, materials, and energy. All right. And selling tech stocks. All right. So that's kind of my thought for the day. I'll be back tomorrow, and hoping everybody is doing well out there, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.